So we have right versus wrong. Now, this is hard. This is a hard game I'm playing with you right now, so I'm asking you just to consider the possibility that this might be accurate. It might be true for you. It's true for me. It doesn't have to be true for you. I was raised in a world religiously where I was taught there was right and there was wrong. Like that blatantly there was right and there was wrong. Here was the problem. Most of the things that I was told were right, okay, inside of this were not things I'd actually experientially come to know as right. They were also referenced as good. They were also referenced as righteous. These were the right, righteous, good things that you should be about. Here is the checklist that will get you to the good place. Hit the checklist. Over here on this side is the naughty list. This is the didn't do the way you're supposed to. These were the bad things. These were the wrong, the wicked, and the bad. Wrong, wicked, bad on one side. On the other side, right, righteous, and good. One side and the other. So as a kid, we come into the world, and as men, we're born into this sedated culture with most of us with fathers who were sedated as fuck, with grandfathers who were sedated as fuck, with mothers who were actually more masculine than feminine. And into this game, we were ushered in with this belief system, go get the money, shut the fuck up about your feelings. Guess what? You don't actually really matter, and most of the time, you're going to be alone. And this superficial game birthed for us this reality. And inside of this, our parents and our society gave us truth. And we were raised with it. We were raised with this truth. We were raised with what was right and what was wrong. What starts to cause a collision with this, though, is when you start to look at people's fruit. See, back in 2009, I just took a step back. My wife and I left the religions we were raised in. We left the belief systems we were part of. We moved away from the cities that we lived in. We stopped associating with the people we'd associated with for years. We distanced ourselves for 2 years from our family. And inside of that place, we were committed to finding one outcome. Not what was right. We were committed to finding out something more powerful. We were committed to finding out what was working. Because, see, we had done this. We had done the right list and the wrong list. I had done all the things that my family had told me I should do for a decade. Do it right, do it right, do it right, and you will be blessed. Do it right, do it right, do it right, and you will be blessed. And anybody who wasn't doing it my way was doing it the wrong way. And now you watch religions battle. You watch systems of organization and money battle. You watch political systems battle. You watch this happen in the United States with Democratic and Republican parties. Didn't matter. Donald Trump gets elected and everybody wants to impeach him. Barack Obama gets elected, everybody wants to impeach him. Doesn't fucking matter. There's always a whole list of people that no matter what you do, and no matter what you believe, there is someone else who says your right is wrong. This is some crazy shit. Now, some of you raised up in little tiny little pocket towns, little bubble communities. You never traveled the world. You've never experienced other cultures. You've never considered or tried on. This was the thing so funny to me. People religiously will come to me to try to convert me. And the minute I get them to say, hey, well, are you open to the possibility of looking at something else? I have friends that are Muslim, Jewish, Christian, every denomination, Mormon, Catholic, born-again Christian, Southern Baptist, you name it, in the spiritual path. Yet most of these men and most of these people, if you conflict with anything they say is right, you are immediately wrong. And the problem is everybody's looking at the perspectives and saying the perspective is fucking wrong. They're saying the belief system is wrong. You got it wrong. Yet I realized really quickly the fastest way to determine whether or not something was what was working and not working was to transcend all this fighting bullshit on the bottom level and say, what if we just look at the fruit? What if we just look at the fruit? By their fruit you shall know them, the good book, the Bible says. By their fruit you shall know them. One of the great teachers, leaders, spiritual guides of the world, Jesus Christ said, by their fruit you shall know them, transcended the game. Love God. Love God with all your heart, mind, and strength. And at the same time, love your brother. Okay, love your neighbor as you love yourself. People like to omit that second piece, and on top of this, they also like to completely stay stuck in this following reality. Here it is, right versus wrong. Here's a right way, here's a wrong way. Here's a problem. My old self, 7 years ago, would look at my current self, even though I was fucking hurting, broken, and frustrated, and disappointed, and disconnected, my fruit did not prove that what I was doing was working. I wasn't wrong in what I was doing. I wasn't wrong. It just wasn't working. I've been married, I've been divorced. I was almost divorced the second time. Was my first marriage wrong? Nope. I have a 17-year-old son about to graduate from high school, going to play football at University of Ottawa in Canada as a kicker. Fucking love this kid. Is he a mistake? No, he's not a mistake. Was that marriage a mistake? No. Was that marriage bad? Was it right? Was it wrong? People would tell me that was the wrong woman to be with. Not the wrong woman to be with. It was just a relationship that didn't work. It didn't work. The business moves you make, did it produce results? Did it not? It wasn't that you made a wrong move. It's that you made a move that wasn't working. I'm going to have you consider that one of the fastest perspectives of changing the way you operate on a day-to-day basis, one of the fastest ways to experience power inside of your life is to pull yourself back, not from the sense that there isn't a right and wrong. You know inside of yourself there's a right and wrong for you. For you. They're your values, your morals. I'm not asking you to violate those. What I'm asking you to consider is the following possibility. That maybe the reason why your life doesn't work the way you want it to be, and the reason why your life is not moving quickly, the reason why your growth curve has not been vertical is because of one following principle, and that is you keep looking for the right answer. Your entire world is broken into this black and white, right and wrong, instead of looking at the one thing that actually has your purpose in being here in life, and it isn't to be right. I'm going to have you consider your purpose in life is not to be perfect, it's to expand. And that purpose of expansion requires you to fuck things up. It requires you to make decisions on a daily basis endowed by God with agency, to choose. To choose every single day how you choose to play. Every single day you wake up. You and I, we woke up with the same amount of time. Yet for many of you watching this, I will outproduce you in one day, in one fucking day across the board than you will do in a month. And that's not for me saying I'm better than you. I'm not better than you. I just know this. I know that I've been playing the Warriors way for a while. I've been playing the Warriors way since 2008 when I first conceived it inside of my own journals and began living it from 2008 to 2012, of which I started sharing with other men. And inside of this, I stripped away the perspective of right and wrong, and I simply woke up every single day and I asked myself, did what I do work? And did it not work? And how would I know? Did it give me what I wanted? Did it give me the target that I was looking towards? I had tried the right and wrong game in my marriage for literally 13 years. And what I ended up with was a marriage filled with tears. And then one day, this huge truth awakened inside of me. So maybe I got to stop being so hard on everybody, including me. What if people had freedom to choose and to make mistakes? What if the purpose of your life was not to get it right? And what if the purpose of your life was not to be perfect? What if the purpose of your life was expansion? What if God simply wanted you to become more today than you were yesterday? And what if the fastest way to fuck that up is to live in a game of right and wrong, bad and good, righteous and wicked? What if the fastest path to expansion was to simply have the courage to look at your life and say, this part of my life is not working? I'm not bad, I'm not awful, I'm not a fucking sinner, I'm not going to hell, I'm not all these things. What if the power was found simply in just saying, man, this was not working? And how would I know? Because here's what I want, here's what I have, and I'm going to change that perspective. I'm going to learn from this growth curve. I'm going to make a new decision. I'm going to come over here. When I took my life on this way, my kids accelerated, my wife accelerated, my marriage accelerated, my life accelerated. I heard the voice of God inside of me deeper and richer than I'd ever heard it my entire life. And I realized that the person who had kept me a slave, even though I'd been saved, was myself.